Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my mama. 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 Hey, it's Mac Mama.
Hey guys, this is Velvet and you're listening to Great Conversations with my daughter.
Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my mama. Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my mama. Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my mama.
I gotta start it over. Okay. You ready? Hey guys.
What the heck? Smile, please, honey.
Conversations with my daughter. Conversations with my mama. 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 Hey, it's Mac Mama.
Hey guys, this is Velvet and you're listening to Great Conversations with my daughter.
Okay. Hey, it's Mac Mama.
Hey, it's Velvet.
Yes. And you're listening to Conversations
Come on,
with my
Gabby.
daughter. Oh, so Gabby's here. We got my baby Gabby today. She's my golden shih tzu.
She's
My
dead.
baby. All right, Gabby. She wants to be a part of the production.
She gotta go over there.
Go over here, baby. All right, so what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
What's going on? Today, we will be discussing conspiracy theories and Black History Month heroes and, just conversating. You know how we do it. Oh, wait, you want to bust your cup out? Wait a minute. Cheers. Y'all like our cups? We got some cute logo cups for the show.
That was great.
Okay, so all my potties that are listening on the podcast, when you hear us talking to different people, we're not crazy, but we are talking to our live listeners because we're recording the show live as well. So
Is this recording now?
it is record. I don't know why it stopped here. I think that was just for the music, showing that the music stopped. But see, recording paused. Huh? Wait, tap to pause recording. Hold on, guys. We may be having some technical difficulties. Hold up. Wait, we might have to start this again. Microphone now recorded. Who tapped pause? Hold on, guys. See, y'all basically the producers of this show. Hold on.
Come in.
Okay, and then so I'm gonna cut that out. That's the good thing. That's why I didn't want to do live here, because I wouldn't be able to just right now stop it and edit all of this, cut out, and then you can start again. So that was 1 minute and 2 seconds. Wait.
Yeah.
Cut. Still 30 seconds of it, so. Huh?
What are you doing, Mom?
Save order between the green. So there's nothing between the green and save. So now I'm cutting it.
So you just cut all the music?
We're going to start again. See, that's why I was smart. I was like, I'm not doing it live here. I'll just do live there. Because we could cut. They don't care. They riding with us with this. Right here, this has to be right. Because we are on iTunes, Shopify, and all these places. These people want a professional show. Okay. So now recording is paused. I'm going to start the music. Conversations with my daughter. I like to take this off for that so they can hear the song. And then I'll put this back in.
The music is already there. So you're just gonna add more music?
No, I don't believe it's already there.
It is 30 seconds of conversation. You just edited.
I'm starting the whole show over. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I'm editing. I don't want nothing there. All right, play.
What the heck is my...
All that got to go. All that got to go. Go back. No, don't save it, baby. Come back over here. Edit.
All right, while you do that, I'll keep everybody
Yeah, let them know what's going on. Cut.
updated. All right, so we're gonna be talking. I don't know if you guys have seen this horrific video that has been going around social medias. These neighbors were snowing. You know, it was snowing. Everybody's shoveling. Everybody's doing what they got to do, and I guess they got in a little tit for tat, and somehow a couple got
It was
murdered.
more than a tit for tat.
It was more than a tit for tat, but
They
it started off
going
as something
crazy.
so simple as a little argument. And the neighbor decided upon himself to get his gun and to kill the couple. Broad daylight. So it's crazy. That's just crazy how you really have to watch what you say to people and who you say it to, because you don't know what is going on in their lives and what their mental health is like. It gets out of hand sometimes.
I mean, it gets real out of hand because the first of all, that was these people. All three of them. He killed himself too. The guy killed himself, and all of that could have been avoided.
Oh, where was this? I'm not sure where
It was in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Oh,
Google it. It's 2 murders and a suicide, and it was an argument over shoveling snow. They were neighbors. Apparently, they probably been beefing for a minute, and then it just got out of hand. It came to a head that day. They was talking greasy to each other. You know, the recording had the audio with it, so you could hear them like cursing each other out. Fuck you, no, fuck you, I'll fuck you up. And these were Caucasian people, so you know it's hilarious. Hold on for a second, because I'm trying to text somebody. See, the good thing about this is that this don't coincide with this right now.
I know, but I'm worrying about this. I don't care. I know we could talk to them.
Okay, so I'm glad y'all get to see. You know, she tries to boss me around, but relax. Okay, so don't talk?
No, I'm saying talk, but you're doing a few different things right now than what you started off doing. You gotta... that's so sad. Yes, it is. It is. It was horrific. Like, you can hear this lady breathing hard, losing her life. And then he came back. The sicker part is not only did he shoot them already and kill them already, but he came back. And it with the bigger gun, with the... I don't know what gun was this.
I have no idea, but
this was a bigger
automatic
gun,
weapon.
An automatic weapon.
And he just was like, boop, boop.
and
Like you would think this
finished
was
them,
a
like,
movie.
He finished them, like he wanted them dead, and then went on and killed himself. And this is a regular day. This is a regular snow, you know, it's a snowstorm happening, a regular day, and you don't know what people are going through, and you can't talk to people.
Okay, time.
Greasy.
So we're gonna start again. You see, I was on 0 now. I zeroed everything out. I'm gonna press use. I'm gonna leave it out because I want them to hear the music. They don't have to hear the music no more because it's only 30 seconds of it. Let's get this going. Okay, and then we'll introduce and we'll go back into, and then now we can start talking about the Capitol, because we said we'll do oldest news first.
Yeah.
Okay, so use headphones. I'm gonna press this, and then I'm gonna start the music for the show. Right?
Yeah. Conversations with my daughter.
Conversations with my daughter.
I must have.
Conversations with my daughter.
Yeah.
Hey, yes.
Yes.
It was about to play again. Hey, guys. Okay, you are listening to Conversations with my daughter. Okay, so we're also simultaneously going live. So when you hear us talking to our people on live, that's because we are currently on our Facebook page, Conversations with My Daughter, and we're doing a live podcast simultaneously as well. Okay, so today we're going to talk about conspiracy theories, the insurrection on Capitol Hill, and of course we'll give honor to our
Black heroes
for Black History Month. So I want to talk about this. I know a lot of people heard about it already, but I'm gonna give you my take on it, and I'm gonna tell you about it, Velvet, because I'm like the newscaster, because I'm glued to news. I want to say probably like at least 5 hours of the day. Would you say?
Yeah, and I would like
You
you
gotta
to
talk a
go
little louder.
back. Yes, and I would like you to go back to watching Love and Hip Hop and Ratchet TV.
I can't. I'm sorry, because I have to know by the minute what's going on in this world. Ever since I was sitting in front of my television on January 6th, watching live the Capitol being stormed, it changed my whole mental. I stopped all foolish TV watching. I don't even know. And I was, I love my series on Netflix, and I love the Real Housewives series, or I don't care about none of that stuff right now, because watching what's going on in America is like watching a reality show right now. So, and I got to keep my peoples abreast, because just in case something happened, you guys know what's going on by the minute, right?
Yeah, but it's just like the news is meant to do that, just to get you in a little slump and feed you all negative stuff.
Well, I don't think that the news is meant. They're just telling us what's going on. It's a bunch of negativity going on.
Yeah, but what about all the good stuff that's going on? And they don't newscast that.
Because we need to know what the Capitol's getting.
Yeah, okay, but every single day.
Okay, so
they've been talking about Trump, and Trump's out the building now. Let's talk about.
Well, that's
Biden,
because he's about to be impeached next
they
week.
They still didn't impeach him.
No, sweetheart. See, okay, but you see how you didn't know that.
But
okay, let me tell you. Here's something good. Everybody's about to get $1,400.
Okay, well that's a little better.
President Biden.
I thought it was 2,000.
Well, it is 2,600.
Oh, okay.
And then the balance is 1,400. President Biden moved that along. He pushed that through. He tried to go.
Trump did that.
I'm sorry?
I thought Trump was the one that
Trump
said the people.
Trump suggested that, and he did that just to annoy the Republican Party. He was mad at them at that point, and he just started wilding, saying anything. But however, that was one of the things that he did say that I agreed with. But Biden pushed it through. He tried to be bipartisan with it, but the Republicans was giving it a hard time, going back and forth, and he just said, I'm going to use this thing called reconciliation, and he was able to push it through. So I'm happy about that, because I sure could use the extra $1,400.
Me too.
Yeah. And I don't have to claim you anymore, so you should be getting your own check. Wasn't that something a lot of the teenagers that's not in college, they didn't, last year they didn't get the stimulus, but this year, I don't know if you guys know that, but when I went to file my taxes, my tax advisor told me that this year the people that are not being claimed by their parents, if you're not in school, you will get your stimulus check. So that's good. I know you're happy about that.
They definitely should, for the essential workers, they should have been doing that for the essential workers.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's sad that a lot of being an essential worker, not getting no extra money. I would like to get some extra money too, but thank God for taxes.
Yeah. All right. Well, so my biggest thing is that I am so happy to see that this Congresswoman, Marjorie Greene, she is being stripped off of 2 committees that she was on. I want to see her actually be stripped of that position, because I just feel like in politics, there's already so much negativity. Like you said, there's so much back and forth negativity and so much division. We don't need to add crazy on top of it. Like, come on now. And so her conspiracy theories that she agreed with were just absolutely bizarre. But she's not the only one, because I literally know
Vicky.
somebody. Hey, Vicky. Hey, guys. I literally know someone that's personal to me that is really synced into this QAnon beliefs. and he was trying to make me, convince me, show me stuff on the internet. And I was just looking at him like, wow, he's batshit crazy. And I know, like, this is my homeboy. And he's telling me all type of nut stuff. When he said Michelle, see, this is where he lost me. I was listening to him until he said Obama and Michelle was pedophiles. I cut him right off. I said, baby, you might almost gonna get kicked out of here talking like that. That's where he lost me. And I'm saying, and so at that time, I didn't know it was an organization called QAnon and all this stuff that people are, you know, believing so heavily into. I just thought he was nuts, batshit nuts. Haven't heard from him since. Yeah. And then I started with this, when you seen the Capitol unfold right before my eyes, and it started coming out that a lot of these people were QAnon believers. And I said, oh, this is what old boy was trying to tell me. And this is real. Like, it really is like a thing. You know what I mean? That people believe in. And so at first I was looking down at people, you know, thinking that they was just completely batshit crazy, until I saw on the news, and this is a praise report. We're gonna start doing praise reports. But I saw they were talking about this lady from South Carolina. Her name is Ashley Vanderbilt. Y'all could Google her. And she was heavy into the QAnon conspiracies, and she was a diehard Trump supporter. And she finally, the praise report is that she finally came out of the fog of the QAnon theories, and she is like, I'm back, I'm woke now, guys. All of that was just crazy talk. And she was on CNN. They if y'all want to Google it and hear her talk about how she was just so wrapped up in the conspiracy theories. And when I told you about it, and because of the fact she said she liked, it all started because she liked one thing about, you know, maybe that she, you know, one little theory that they had. All of a sudden her feed on her social networking sites was all QAnon theories and beliefs and crazy talk. And she started reading it, and then, you know, looking at videos, and before you know it, she was totally into the fact that China was going to take over. I mean, she was just saying so much. Well, here's the bottom line. This is how she snapped out of it. The day that they elected Biden, she said she was crying tears. She was hysterical. She thought the world was going to be over. She thought we were going to martial law. She thought that China was going to take. No, I'm gonna tell you what's that I don't believe it.
You was all it's civil war.
The civil war. Listen, why I said
you
that.
went crazy too.
I know, and I'm gonna admit to going crazy. But let me finish telling you to wrap this up about this lady. She said that she thought China was going to take over the U.S. We was going into martial law, and that Trump was going to reappear out of nowhere and come back and lead the country, at least lead his followers. And when she didn't see that happen, she was very distraught, and that's when she woke up like, wow, I'm believing all of this for all of these months and nothing happened. The country's normal. Biden's running, you know, the government, and we're not going into, you know, the earth didn't crack open and everybody fell into hell. So that made her wake up. Now, to your point, I had got a little crazy, guys, only because I was watching this Capitol stuff every day. I'm talking about for like 12 hours a day. I was just obsessed with news because I watch my news on YouTube. So I get, you know, you can just go from video to video to video, CNN. And I watch Fox News, and I watch, you know, the Republican news too, because I like to hear different sides. And so the bottom line is, I thought we was heading into civil war. I did. And I kept texting my family members and letting them know, listen, we got to be ready. We got to arm up. It's going down. Because when you see Caucasian people get away with storming the Capitol, and when I say get away, they didn't get shot. And 4 deaths, but 3 of the deaths were preliminary deaths from the stormers, right? I think they had heart attacks, whatever. One lady did get killed from a Fed that was attacking the Capitol. And then a cop, you know, he got killed. But come on now, if that was us, if that was black people doing that, it would have been a massacre. And I don't know, you never watched Maiden's Tale, right?
Okay. But I have a story about the Capitol real quick.
Okay.
with my services, and I'm gonna come back to this because I got another story with my lady.
Okay.
But I go get my services done, my nails, toes, black. But she is a minority. Like, she comes from Asia,
She's Asian. Okay.
So, but very uneducated when I heard her talk, because I was just like, I was confused. She was like, well, people are saying if it was black people on the Capitol that they will be murdered and all that. No, they wouldn't. Everybody knows nowadays if you kill a black person, you'll get crucified. Huh? You must have not seen the protest that's been going on all summer. The cops killing black people. You don't
Everybody
know nothing.
don't know that. Exactly.
Yeah, for you to even say something like that. And I'm black and you're doing my services or whatever. So you're just uneducated and you just saying anything at this point to have a conversation.
But how did you feel?
Well, I didn't feel no way. I didn't care, because that was what she wanted to say at that moment and how she was feeling and all her different opinions. But I didn't care because I know what it is. Like, I know that's a lie. If it was if that was black folks, we would be murdered. Like, there's no question asked.
Yeah, they arrested so far over 130 people. That night, 500 to 1,000 people would have been arrested. It's like, and I'm watching the arrests every day because that's what I'm following too. And I'm happy, people go, but some of them are getting ROR, released on their own recognizance. They're coming right home. They got bracelets on. I mean, it still shows you the injustice and the unfairness of how white people are treated in this country opposed to black people, because there will be no bills given.
There's really two different Americas.
It's two different Americas, definitely. It's definitely two different Americas. But back to your situation, you're really good, because I couldn't allow, and that's why I don't like to talk about politics or religion with people.
I don't either. She started talking about it, and she's so good at what she does. I'm just like, all right.
I would have had to at least tell her, like, hey, how about you we agree to disagree? I don't want to hear that. I came here to relax, to get my eyelashes put in, or whatever the service is. I don't want to hear that. You're getting me my nerves bad.
I did want to hear it in a way, like, I just wanted to hear what she was thinking, and like, it interested me, because I was just like, oh, like, she's retarded. Like,
but you didn't tell her. But you wasn't combative.
I wasn't mad about it. I was just listening. All right, listening, and then taking it all in. And when I'm done, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna tell you, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But I have another story. We got to get back to that, because
what? I love your stories.
We're gonna go into some Black History, the Black History Month. But another ignorant thing she said was okay. First of all, she said. We started getting into football. We were talking about football. I don't know nothing about football, so she's putting me on. She was like, yeah, I don't know what team he's on. I think the 49ers or 29ers, something. I don't know. Colin Kaepernick. Okay, so she's like, I don't know why he would kneel. Like, I get it and everything, but this is his job. The NFL is his job. NFL is his job. He's more known now as an activist for taking that knee than for playing football, as a quarterback or whatever. Another thing she said that got me a little tight, because I kept thinking about it afterwards, and I was just like, yeah, this is kind of got a little crazy here.
What?
She said he was born in a white family, so he didn't go through any injustices or stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that man is a black man. Whether he's born into a white family, a good black family, whatever, his history goes with him. So him taking that knee, I respect it all the way, because just because he grew up in a nice white family home, he still has to carry all that culture, history, oppression, all that with him on a daily basis. So his job, that is the white man's corporation to just get...
And what was her point?
I don't know what her point was. Basically, we were still talking about the cat. We started talking about, it started getting into politics and stuff like that. So
while this lady is sitting there putting your eyelash extensions in, she's expressing all of these opinions about social matters.
Yeah.
And she thought, because you weren't disagreeing with her, that you was basically agreeing or understood where she was coming from. Because now she's just going on and on and on.
Yeah.
Woo, you good.
But I was just listening, and I'm not gonna tell her because she's not black nor white. So first of all, for you not to be a black person, it's like there's history behind our skin color and our culture. So nothing she really said was affecting me because I just was like, you just talking at this point. This is how you grew up and this is what you were educated on or educated yourself about, because none of this is fact. This is opinion. I go off of fact. That's when we could start debating this stuff off of facts. Your opinion means nothing to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
so
Mama.
it just got a little, but it got me thinking. It just got me thinking once I left.
Well, because we live in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood, I'm always experiencing, well, not always, ever since this Capitol incident, it's been a lot of unspoken tension. I'm talking about, I was in a CVS the other day. No, I was getting out my car to go into CVS, and this older lady too, because you know, a lot of these people that stormed the Capitol were older.
Yeah.
You know, and she just, it's crazy. And, and so, you know, I have the handicap, parking thing.
Yeah. I need to get me
because, well, you just can't, you have to be handicapped. I got it from, you know, Sparkles, you know, she has her injury from her loss. Anyway, I got a handicap. I'm legally with my handicap sticker. Okay. So I pulls into the spot. This lady is like, just so nasty looking at me. And, you know, I pull it. Let me set the scene, guys. So I pull up, black girl in a Range Rover. So she's already irritated. And she's like, it's a handicap. Oh, nasty. I was so happy. I was, you know, I picked it up because she didn't see it. That's what it was. It lays flat on my dash. So I picked it up because she thought I didn't have one, period. And I was like, Miss, I have a handicap sticker. And then I was like, and weren't you at the Capitol? No, I know how to mess with people.
You funny.
You know, but I'm gonna stop messing with people. I'm glad that's a good segue into what we were talking about. I'm gonna stop messing with people because people are angry
and evil and hurt and traumas that never got fixed.
That video I sent you guys, it's a video going around on it's trending, and it's about 3 people from Pennsylvania had a explosive argument about over snowing. You know, I guess the snow was in someone's driveway, shoveling snow out of the driveway. Baby, you heard the audio on the video. So it was a husband and wife.
The video came from the house. So like we're seeing it. This is not like nobody caught it on the camera. Like this is the house video.
The view from the
house.
And you can hear that audio was pretty good too.
You heard everything.
That's because they were screaming. And they were like, oh my God. It was like, I'll fuck you up. Get out of here. And you know, they're going back and forth. So the guy, it was a husband and wife that was really, and they were really aggressive. The husband and wife, they were aggressive. The guy, white guy, all 3 of these people are white people, white on white crime. And he goes in the house, comes back, and shoots the wife.
Before he started shooting, he was shooting in the sky, and they still rolling with it.
He shot in the sky.
Yeah,
because they was like,
they say that. You're not gonna scare me with that gun. Something they said.
That's that white privilege. The lady
wasn't even scared.
She wasn't even scared because they used to having their arms, and they probably just didn't. Because had that guy came out with a gun, what's the first thing we would have did?
Oh,
I wouldn't
even be in that situation.
I would have been gone. Out. Okay, out from when he came out. So, oh, he's not playing. That's why I'm not talking shit anymore myself because these people have armed at all times and they could pull out their range now. So anyway, he shoots the wife. Bang, bang, bang. Goes to her, but she's still alive at the point.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God. She's on the ground in the snow. He goes to the husband. The husband, he still didn't seem fearful to me. But
he ran off and left
the wife. And he just claps at the husband. Bang, bang, bang. Mind you, the wife and the husband are still alive on the ground bleeding, but they're talking. She's calling for him and he's screaming, call 911.
People came, these 2 teenage boys.
He's screaming, call 911. And honey, the man disappears out the frame He goes in his house, comes back with more artillery,
bigger,
bigger,
like he wanted
and
them
lets
dead.
off loads of bang, 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 and bang, bang, bang to the other one, and walked back to the lady and said, "Now you shut your mouth." Some old shit he said.
No, before he shot her with the big gun, he said, "Now you should have kept your mouth shut.
You should have kept
and
your mouth
finished
shut
her off."
and finished her off.
That hurt my feelings.
Yo,
My heart.
it was devastating.
Yes,
to
they
watch.
both, all three of them was in the wrong for even yelling, screaming
And-
before the guns even came out. But to kill them like
But
that.
listen, it taught me a big lesson. I'm done talking slick to people.
And
'Cause I got a
that's why I
slick
let
mouth.
that lady just talk, use her opinions, say her opinions, because what I got to say don't matter to her, and what she got to say don't matter to me. I'm gonna use it and talk about it on my show.
Yeah.
But like,
I like that. I'm gonna use it and talk about it on the
it's
show.
nothing to say to your face. It's no arguments. You do good at your job. I respect you for that, and keep it moving.
Well, I tell you one thing. I'ma stop. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
She's
I'm
guilty.
guilty. I talk slick all day. I try. Sometimes
She'll
I be
walk
provoking.
away and talk and whisper loud, talking about people.
Yeah, talking about I'm the worst. And then one time, remember that time we was in Macy's?
Yes.
No, because and let me, potties in the podcast world that don't know me, I am so not prejudiced. Like, Velvet's godfather is a white Jewish man. Like, I love my people. I don't
It's
even
just
look
history.
at color. It's just that I get so pissed off when people from another race come at me and try to talk to me like they still own me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, those days are over with. You know what I mean? And respect is due to anybody. Like, I treat you how I want to be treated. So anyway, I was in Macy's and we're standing online, and this Caucasian lady we were called to go next. So we go next. We're in front of the counter about to do our transaction. The lady, I guess the man that was next to our cash register lady, he must have told the woman, I have to go. You have to, wait for the next person, because he had to close out his cash register. Do you know this woman, in all of her privilege, came up to me and Velvet and said, and demanded, didn't ask, demanded, I'm next. I'm going next. I looked at that lady and I just saw red, because her demeanor was just like she was talking to, like I was her slave, like I was supposed to listen to her and allow her to jump in front of me, and I'm already at the counter, and I just lost it. I get so out of my skin, and Velvet
is horrified.
And she was horrified. Velvet was horrified, but I don't go ghetto with it. Like,
no,
I don't.
But what did you say? Say what you said.
I'm trying to think what I say. I don't start cursing. I don't get belligerent to that point. But what I said, say, because I don't really remember. What did I say?
With your white privileged.
Yeah, I said, you don't demand. No, I said some real shit to her.
Yeah, you said some.
Because I said, first of all, lady.
Me.
Wait, this is what I said. Because we was in the heart of Corona, the COVID, and which we still are.
Oh yeah.
And I said, first of all, lady, back up. Give me 6 feet. Don't just come over here in my face like that. Back up. Where's your mask? And then I said, first of all, you talk to me with some respect and you ask nicely. It's not my fault that man can't take you now. You think you just gonna come over here and because you need to go? We were here before you. I said, now ask nicely. And she caught herself.
Yeah,
but it was just the way I said it, because everybody online was looking, and I can become very loud. And Velvet was like sinking into the ground. But the lady caught herself. She didn't try to argue back and forth with me. And she asked me nicely and said, can I go before you? And I said, you can now.
And she had to, double check herself. Like,
yeah, the lady checked herself.
Maybe this is
And
a little
I said, because of your seemingly white privilege, you thought that you can come and demand to get in front of us. But it's not happening today. Not like that. And she asked me nicely, but what did I do? Which I thought was very nice. Nobody else would have did this. I actually let her go, right? Mm-hmm. I went back in the line and let her go. And everybody was looking like they either wanted to applaud or they wanted to pull out their gun. Because it was, like I told you, I live in an all-white neighborhood, so it was no black people in the store, and unless they worked there. And see, one thing about the white people in my town, they'll let you know if they down with you. They'll either be smiling and shaking their head, nodding in agreement, or they looking at you like, bitch, I'ma shoot you. They will give you that look. And now I believe they will shoot because they are emboldened now from that Capitol. Because first of all, they're getting arrested, but they're not getting high bails. A few of them got some bails they couldn't get out, but they're not really being held accountable. They are still, one of the ladies, I don't know her name, but she actually got out on a bracelet, which they upgraded her charges though. Came out, this is one of the rioters from the Capitol, came out and went to the judge and asked the judge, could she still go on her Mexican vacation? Imagine catching a case and asking the judge, oh, Your Honor, I just stormed the Capitol. Can you think you could push my court back and take this ankle bracelet off because I want to go to Mexico and continue on with my trip that I had planned? And
I wouldn't even think to.
We wouldn't even thought this, but this is the privilege that they are accustomed to having that we just wouldn't even think was even possible to say.
And it's really nothing you can do about it, but only a white person can do something about it. Is just be aware that I do have privilege and I gotta chill out and just be appropriate and be a human being. Because it's really, we could talk about it all day, but it's up to them to make a change with it, with their behavior.
Oh, they're not going to make a change. They're getting crazier and crazier.
Some will. All we see is what the news tell us, which is negative stuff. But there are some and plenty of good white folks.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah,
they're my friends. I love my good white people.
But I'm just saying, all it's about is awareness, and it's up to them to just say, you know what, I do got a privilege. They've had a privilege all these years, all this long time, and they just gotta figure out how to go about things appropriately.
Yeah. Okay. So now
she's been said that. I've answered that question.
Oh, you answered her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Nay. Hey, Vicky. Yeah. So listen, the bottom line, I think, and the moral to that story is basically you gotta watch how you treat people.
Yes.
You gotta move a certain way. You gotta read the temperature of the room. You gotta watch people's energy. Because if you don't know what's going on out in this world, I'm here to tell you, it got real crazy. Energy
is everything.
Energy is everything.
And you don't always have to say something back. Just walk away. And talk stuff.
I learned that.
Yeah, when we together, we tell us each other's opinions. It's no reason to tell somebody that don't know you your opinion so they could flip on you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I learned
there's a difference between opinion and fact. And if it ain't fact, then it don't mean nothing.
All right. I know that's right. I love when she go into her little old wisdom, she an old little wisdom. I love it. That was my daughter, Velvet Baby. This is the type of conversations we have. Conversations with my daughter. Okay, so what do you want to talk about now? I want to talk about, of course, it's Black History Month. And my hero for Black History is my Nana, Janie Mae Williams. I love her to death. I miss her so much. She passed away last year.
She's here with us in my necklace.
Yeah, we had to get her cremated because of COVID. So basically, my grandmother passed away last year. She was 96 years old, and she was diagnosed with the coronavirus, COVID-19. I personally do not believe she had it because I stayed with my grandmother that Wednesday, and up until Friday, her home attendant, shout out to my girl Tracy, and her evening home attendant, shout out to Poochie, never got sick. Remember, this is a highly contagious virus. Never got sick. I never got sick at that time. And Monday morning, I believe she had a stroke. She was 96 years old. She was complaining about her left arm hurting her, and that's one of the signals of symptoms of a stroke. So anyway, Monday, Poochie called me and said that Nana wasn't responsive. So of course we call the ambulance. When they get there, they give her a shot because she was also a diabetic. So they gave her I guess it was a glucose shot because her sugar was low. And she opened her eyes, but she still wouldn't respond. And if anybody knows my grandmother, y'all know from me sharing videos of her, my grandma, I'm the carbon copy of my grandmother. She talks and she had her right state of mind, honey, and she was very opinionated, a true Gemini. And
she was not a Gemini.
I mean, I'm sorry. She would have been mad. I said that. A Taurus. A true Taurus.
No Gemini.
Yeah, she would have said, I'm not no Gemini.
I'm a Taurus.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to my grandmother. And so the reason why I knew that she didn't die from COVID and they was doing a lot of capping with that is because they were a lot of elderly people were just putting the COVID on their death certificates and letting them die. She was brought into the emergency room and the doctor, of course they wouldn't let us back there, and the doctor said that I told them that I think that she's having a stroke. And if anybody know Brooklyn Hospital in Brooklyn, they're very lax anyway, and they was not checking her for strokes or anything. They pushed her to the side. She knew this was going to happen. We discussed it. She was like, Toki, don't let me go to the hospital if anything ever happens to me because I will not make it out. And my grandmother prophesied her death. She knew it was going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. 5 hours later, they called me and said my grandmother was dead. It's just no way possible. It's no way to prove she didn't have COVID. There's no way to prove what happened to her. However, no one, not me, nor the two home attendants, had any signs of COVID, didn't catch it, later, nothing. So I believe that was...
And we weren't speaking at the time, so we had to go through, like, just her death alone and not together. Like, I wasn't able to comfort you. You weren't able to comfort me.
That is right. You know what? Because, well, you want to tell that story?
Yeah.
When we say we weren't speaking, Velvet and I weren't speaking when my grandmother died. She was, everybody think it's all love, because, I'm her biggest fan and that's my only daughter. I love her so much. However, we have some blows now. We falls out. Mm-hmm. And when we fall out, we both are very stubborn because you're very much like me. Right. I have to admit that. And at that point, she chose to leave though. Like she really she tell the story.
I was angry. Yes, I was just angry. I don't know. I was just very angry.
You were very angry, and it wasn't for me. The anger wasn't for me, but I caught it.
Yeah.
And then when she was talking crazy to me, now I'm angry. You know what I mean? So now we had a big, horrible argument.
But one thing I noticed about our arguments, we could be angry, but like I can tell once you start crying and I start crying, I know that the love is still there and stuff. It's just we. Just
because I started crying, telling her she was dead to me.
Yeah, but I knew that didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, but at the moment,
everything we were saying
was real. Yeah. Real. And I couldn't believe that she was saying the things that she was saying. She was going in on me, not cursing or nothing crazy. She doesn't get disrespectful like that. She'll just talk.
I'll say facts, and I'll say my facts.
Yeah, because it wasn't facts.
It was just
distorted facts of trying to hurt me. She'll say things, very nasty things, and she has this nasty turns into this. I've always
Venom. I told you.
Yeah, from a little girl, I always nicknamed her Venom.
Velvet, and then
there's Velvet and there's Venom, and she had turned into Venom, and I turned into Mac Murder, and it was on and popping. And she decided to pack her bags and leave, and I told her,
"Hasta la vista,
hasta la vista, baby." And she needed to see what real life was about in them streets without her mama. And how was it?
Now, God forbid I had to stay out there. I would have figured it out. That I would have I would have figured it out and been okay. But I don't come from that lifestyle. And so I needed to come on home.
You needed to come on home.
But I didn't come home right away. I took
she stayed out there for what, 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah, 2-3 weeks.
It was 2 or 3 weeks that she was sleeping in her car.
And mind you guys, this is the beginning of COVID. I'm still doing online classes. I'm also started working. So I was working overnights. I was doing online classes. COVID. I'm sleeping in my car. It was a very eye-opening situation and like experience that I never went through, never want to go through again, but needed to go through at that time. And Nana died, and I was just in the bathroom once I got the call that
because I told my sister, well, call Velvet and tell her, because I didn't even, that's how stubborn I wasn't even breaking in. I wasn't even telling her.
And I just was so heartbroken because when I got out of work one day, and this is like 2-3 days before she died, and me and my boyfriend, we both got out of work, and I was like, you know what, let's drive up to New York, let's go see my Nana, she would love to meet you, We were on our way, and I called her, but Poochie was there, so I was like, you know what, Poochie's there, I know she's not alone or whatever, so I'm not gonna take the drive. I just spoke to her on the phone, she's good. And then 2-3 days later, she's gone.
It was devastating. It was really, really sad. And then when did I call you? It was like a premonition came over me, guys. I think Nana had been gone probably like 2 days, right? It was about 2 days after. And I felt my grandmother's spirit, and I heard her voice, and I heard her say, Toki, call Velvet and bring her home. Now enough is enough. You got to bring her back on home. That's how my grandmother talks. She calls me Toki.
And I was in the back seat. Throat was all clogged.
Oh yeah, because she was filled with COVID at that point.
Yeah.
I called. No, I texted you.
No, you called me.
No, I called you, right?
I woke up out my little
shivering in the car.
Yeah.
And you woke up out your seat. What did I say to you?
You just, I love you and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I said, I love you.
You thinking
Velvet.
I'm at my friend's house, be okay? I said, excuse me, be okay? Nah, I need to come on home. I'm not.
Yeah, because I really didn't know she was. Now, mind you, while this was all happening, I didn't think she was sleeping in the car, because I probably would have definitely softened up and let her come home. I thought she was, because the last I heard, she was staying with one of her friends.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that didn't work out, and she was in the car, So when she said, well, my throat, no, that's what she said. She said, my throat hurts. And that's why I really felt bad. I was like, oh, my baby probably got COVID. Let me bring her on in so I can get her well. And, she came on in. And at that time, there was no COVID testing. It was just that you knew you had it if you were sick. Yeah. And, you was real sick and you had the symptoms. And I made her one of my elixirs of my natural supplements and one of my brews. And she drank it. And for a couple of days, I just nursed her back to health. And she blossomed, right? Because when she came in, her hair was looking crazy. She was, was living out her car. And I felt bad for my baby. I did. But you know what? I don't regret it. She needed to see what it was like without me, without my support, being in them streets alone, knowing that, listen, you had the life. Don't ever throw that life away. You got to realize your blessings.
And I learned friends is your friends until it's time to be your friend. Like, friends, it's cool to hang out and do all that, but then when things get real, they don't know really how to support you or be there for you, because it was a hard time for me, and I just don't feel like my friend or friends that I was staying with was really there for me at that time how I needed, especially because I just lost my Nana, and that really hurt me, and I became a little mad and hurt by that. So I understand everybody's different, and you don't know really what somebody's going through, but it's just going to your mama, because
you got to come on home, baby. She had to come on home. And I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have another blowout several months later, but it wasn't nothing like that. It was just a little argument. But she's been on her best behavior ever since, put it like that. Because Velvet is a great child, great daughter, young lady, because she's 20 years old now, but she's always will be my baby. But she has a mouth on her. She does, she has her own opinion. She's very opinionated, and she talks. She will tell you how she feels. And I've noticed that our communication has gotten really better since that incident. And I don't believe we will ever fall out like that again. And I'm happy that we went through that, because she needed to know that I'm her rock for real.
And everything after that got so much better.
And yeah, everything got so much better. We were both very happy to be reunited. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. I know that this is my best friend. I'm a person, it was a post that was on Facebook. And it really, I identified with that post so much. I'm very popular. I know everybody, but I don't have many friends. So my dearest friend passed away, and that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that on the show one day when I do
grieving. Let's
a
talk
podcast about grief, because one of my new books that I'm going to release is a book all about grief. So my dearest friend and her godmother, my sister, my heart, Queenie, she was my best friend. And then I have another best friend. Shout out to my girl Di from Brooklyn, Diane. But I really don't have any friends. Like, I have a million associates. I have Bliss Boogie. Shout out to my girl Bliss and my baby Tracy. Those are really my only, like, I had 4 friends. Like, and these are childhood friends. You know, I knew these women, all Tracy, Bliss, Diane, and Queenie. I knew them ranging from 30 years to 20 years. You know, so anybody new that comes into my life, you're not just going to grab that title as a friend. You have to earn that with me. And so they're my associates, you know what I mean? Or, you know, childhood people, I know my buddies, you know, my home girls, you know, I got my peoples now. Shawana, let me shout her out. But I'm talking about my day ones and day-to-day people I call. I don't have very many. So Velvet is somebody that I really consider my bestie. And that's dope that you can have a child that, you know, and I was telling one of my associates the other day that I groomed her to be my best friend. When you were a baby, we used to, you know, I never Google Gaga talked with her. I always talk to you like I'm talking to you now. And she would be like 3 years old. I swear to God, it was unbelievable. You can see her cute pictures if y'all go on my Instagram, our Instagram page _conversations with my daughter. You're going to see all her little cute little kid pictures, and you can see her personality through the pictures. We would go shopping together. We would, you know, just hang out, movies. 2 days after I gave birth, we was at Red Lobster's. Okay, she was a little baby. We was at Red Lobster's. Like a week later, we were at the movie theaters. Like, she was my little homegirl, my little baby homegirl. Mm-hmm. And I would talk to her, and, you know, we would smack finds, and we would look at our fashion magazines together. And she was like 3 years old. And so I groomed her to be my best friend. I couldn't wait for her to get big so we could, like, go to the clubs together. And I'm that mom. You know, I'm cool mom. So,
and we've been to the little
but
bar,
she's not that fun when it comes to like clubs and stuff. Like, you know, Velvet is not like, I'm wild and party girl, and Velvet's the exact opposite. Yeah. So we don't really club together, and we can't club together anyway because of
Corona right now.
Yeah, COVID. And and then remember the one time I took you to see Lil Wayne and Drake?
Oh yeah.
I just knew we was going to have a great time, her first concert. And you was just like a little, like a dud. Like, yeah, I was like, why you not dancing? Why you not? And that's when I knew. I said, okay, well, she's not that. That's not who, you know, I go get the party.
But I do come to the bar. I'll come.
The little lounge.
Yeah, the little lounge. You come
She'll do a lounge. But she's not doing all that. She's just not that kid. Yeah. And I'm happy she's not. Could you imagine if she was twerking and had her OnlyFans, and, you know, then I would be like complaining about that. Like, oh my God, my baby's out here. You know, so I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. I am so happy that she has the personality that she had. That she has, because a lot of you know, young girls is, you know, just out there doing their thing. You know, and I don't judge nobody, because listen,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? I can't judge nobody. I got my own kid to worry about. I don't pass no judgment on nobody else. But I'm just glad I don't have to go down my timeline and see Velvet in a thong twerking. You know, I'm glad, you know, that she's just not that kid. It makes me comfort. I'm comforted knowing that she's just not that type of kid. You know, a young lady, I should say, because my baby just turned 20. Yes.
And I have a few I have one good friend, I could say, Jade, that, like, I know for a fact, like, she loves me, she got my back, like, we don't have to talk every day, and I could call her up. But I'm just now starting to like rekindle friendships and like just hang out more with some friends. And one of our supporters, Nye, me and her have gotten really close.
I love that. I love you hanging out with Nye. Nye is dope.
I appreciate that friendship and relationship. And besides that, then you and Lou, and y'all my peoples.
But Ariana.
Yeah, but I haven't reached out, or we haven't reached out to each other.
But I believe that Ariana would be like somebody like how you would have a long-term friendship with. Y'all don't have to speak every day.
Yeah.
Because some friends, you don't have to speak every day, but when y'all connect, it's like...
And there's no love lost. And Trey, it just goes I would right say back. Trey, too. Like, we don't have to talk all the time, but I love you guys.
Aww.
All the time. Think about you all the time.
Okay, we segued into, let's go back into Black History Month. So Nana, Janie Mae Williams, that's my Black History hero. That lady was 96 years old. She's seen so much cultural changes and social changes throughout her 96 years on this planet. And she was a very strong, beautiful Black woman. And she had an amazing life. Aw, I love you too, Nye. Nye said, love you guys.
Love you.
Jermaine Biz, hey Biz, Blood versus Crips. Oh, because I have on a red hat and Velvet has on a blue hat.
I'm such a like
opposite of me.
Yeah, no, but I'm so like a goody two shoes. I didn't know what he meant by Blood versus Crips. Like I just was like that. I read it. I was like, I don't know if this is the right podcast.
I knew immediately. You know, I'm hood. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so the party's out there in podcast world. And shout out to Shopify, shout out to iTunes. There's a few other, Google Play we're on now. So our podcast, guys, have been distributed to all platforms, podcast platforms. So you can hear us anywhere. So whatever platform that you listen to your podcast, just go to Conversations with My Daughter. You guys, we're always going to do the lives as we record the show. So, and you can go check out the recorded videos of our shows on our YouTube page, which is Conversations with My Daughter. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our page, and just like and share. We also I just created a GoFundMe for our platform as well, because you know it costs money, you know what I'm saying, to promote, to market, fees that are associated. And I'm an entrepreneur, so I make my money off my book. So if y'all hear me constantly promoting my merchandise, that's because I need y'all to support, so I can always bring this good content to you guys. So if you see the GoFundMe, I don't care if you put $5. We got $10 today. I was so happy. Wasn't I happy? That was your friend Precious. I was like, oh, that was so nice. Shout out to Precious. Thank you. You were our first donor on the GoFundMe page for our show, and I really appreciated that. It could be $5, $1, $20, $30, $1,000, whatever you feel, you know, that you can donate. Also, check out any of my books, because I know you know.
Wait, before you get into promoting, I didn't tell you my Black History person.
Oh yeah, because we got 5 more minutes before the show ends. So
Maya Angelou, right now I've been reading a lot, and I remember reading her poem, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and so she's just inspired me. And I didn't know at the time, but now I know because I'm older and everything. She's just been a great inspiration. And I'm reading more and getting more in tune with just silence and being able to just read and actually understand what they're saying. So Maya Angelou, shout out to her for being just a Black history hero.
And R.I.P. to Cicely Tyson. Yeah, she was dope. Like, I remember watching Cicely Tyson when I was a kid. And I always associated Cicely Tyson as a child with being like a slave actress. And when I say that, it's because she always played in those type of movies as a slave. But she was a strong, slave, a strong Black woman that was in unfortunate circumstances of being in that time period of slavery, and she played those parts with such conviction. Miss Jane Pittman, so many titles, but that was, I loved her when I was younger. I loved her now. I loved her watching her through Tyler Perry. Shout out to him for bringing her back. You know, she's had so many amazing roles throughout her career. She was definitely an example of being a beautiful, strong Black woman that rocks.
And blessed to live as long as she did.
Yeah, very
it's
blessed.
It's a celebration of life, really.
Yeah, she was 95, right?
Yeah, around Nana's age.
Yeah, around Nana's age. And you know who I want to shout out?
Who?
Because Black History Month should also be acknowledged for the youth. It doesn't always have to be the olders, our elders. I want to shout you out. I always shout my baby out because
I want to shout you out.
Okay, well, why you're one of my heroes is because for you to be a young girl, you are so woke. Like, you bring the love and light out of me. Because sometimes I can go very dark. And you pulls me out of it each and every time. And like we were talking about with how I got wrapped up in my own little conspiracy theory of basically us about to go into the Civil War, and we were, you know, about to be rounded up by, you know, radical crazies and put back into slavery, because that's what I was thinking. And I was like trying to get my weapons together. I was like, well, I need a gun. But you know, I can't get a legal gun because I've been in trouble before in my life. So that was really scaring me. I felt so vulnerable. I felt like, oh my God, I need to protect my family. So you pulled me out of that. You really did. She would just talk to me. She was patient with me. And she was like, Ma, you have to turn off the news. Ma, come on. You know, she was just talking about me being so negative because I am a very pessimistic person. I am.
And your thoughts manifest, you know, your reality. So you can't think about slavery and all that stuff, because then it start taking you downhill, and it's not a good
well,
thing.
I had my own revelation like the woman I was talking about earlier, Ashley Vanderbilt. I woke up when I saw that it didn't happen, because I gave it a week or two before I, you know, got back normal. I was like, all right, I was canceling appointments and everything. I was like, I can't be out there. It's about to go down. It's getting crazy.
And this is...
And now I finally calmed down because I see that nothing happened. Like, you know, they are, you know, holding these people accountable. The government it's not a coup. Nothing's going to, because I thought that there was going to be people, because I mean, we clearly seen that the Capitol thing was a partially an inside job. The cops were taking selfies and letting people in. So, but my thoughts were that, you know, the people in the military, the people in the politics and the government were all going to be, well, not everybody, but there was going to be people inside of those positions that were going to flip on us and overturn the government and be on Donald Trump's side. Like, I was really dead serious thinking and being terrified that this was going to happen. So I know how it feels. I'm glad we ended the show with that, is that I stopped judging people now about their conspiracy theories. No matter how nutty it sounds, you really believe in what you believe in from the information that you're being fed. So I'm finally deprogrammed and kind of relaxed. Velvet has gotten me to calm down. I still watch at least 3 hours of news a day, but I've chilled out. I started watching my One Tree Hill again. You know, I like old series, because when One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek was out, I was either locked up or running the streets. So now I'm enjoying those type of shows. You know, I'm old school.
And I love One Tree Hill.
Yeah, but I'm inching back into my reality shows, but I'm so much more interested in what's going on in the world today. So that's crazy. But anyway, thank you for listening to us. And thank you guys for joining us today. I'm going to end the show with one of my songs. It's called Talk to Me. You can catch the video on YouTube, on my YouTube page, Mac Mama. And also, let me do my promoting, because I almost forgot to promote. Make sure y'all go to Mac Mama.
Life short.
Well,
because life is short, and we just talked about a few.
Okay, things. We'll end it with Life is Short. I'll do my others. We'll play my other song.
Life is actually not short.
On
we live every day and only die once.
Yeah, we only die once. We live every day. That's true. Well, okay. So you can read my books, Tales of Original Bad Girl, which I'm definitely going to make a movie about my book. You can catch that, read that, buy that on my website, macmamamerch.com, MACKMAMAMERCH.com. I like to spell it out. And also follow us on all our platforms. Listen to my music. The song that we're going to play now is Velvet's Boyfriend. That's why she immediately wants me to play. I love him to the death.
No, but it's you and
Shakes.
him.
Yeah, I feature on the song. I definitely feature on the song. It's called Life is Short. It's Lou Shakes featuring Mac Mama. Make sure you follow us on all our platforms. Facebook is Conversations with My Daughter. Twitter, Conversations with My Daughter. Instagram _Conversations with My Daughter. If you want to hear more of my music, you can go on iTunes or my SoundCloud. Google Mac Mama. It'll all come up. And we'll be doing another show Monday. Next Monday, we'll be back. So make sure you guys stay in touch, in tune. Follow us, share, like, all the good stuff. Y'all know what to do. And we just want to leave y'all with light and love, man. There's so much darkness out there, and we can really get trapped off and drug into this. Yeah, and your own thoughts, exactly.
Mental health matters, guys.
It definitely, life is short. Mental health matters. Right there. All right. Why is it? What's happening? It's processing what? What's going on?
You're on blindness, so maybe
wait a minute, time.
kept it in.
Oh, I wanted everybody to hear it.
They didn't need everybody here.
Wait, what's going on? It's saying processing and the recording pause. Put it back on. All right. Bye, guys.
Yo, I swear I be in my own zone, smoking good pack out the ozone, running from the plug, you need to go long. I don't like to talk, don't like to prolong. If you down bad, you need to hold on. How you feeling fucked up for so long? Swear that way you're living really so wrong. Tell my nigga lock, they need to hold on. Tell mama we made it and we so gone. Big strap, busting out the polo. Mama, why you give me all this mojo? I'm that nigga for life. And it's so for real. I ain't stepping, but my soldiers will. Me and my cousin sharing clothes for real. Big wad, I love the dough for real. I spit that shit that you was supposed to feel. Cause it's coming from my soul for real. Cause he really be tripping. Man, that shit be overkill. I was down, couldn't approach the hill. Now a nigga feeling good. Running through them open fields. Niggas really love to watch like Casio. Send a couple shooters, that's after dough. Need 200 to pass the goal. Really love this music, my passion, bro. I be up the shrooms feeling magical. God, why you give me this magic, bro? No, I'm never basing no average Joe. Swear I'm never basing no average Joe. Swear I'm never basing no average Joe. Swear I really, I swear I be in my own zone, smoking good pack out the ozone, running from the plug, you need to go long. I don't like to talk, don't like to prolong. If you down bad, you need to hold on. How you feeling fucked up for so long? Swear that way you're living really so wrong. Tell that nigga locked, you need to hold on. Tell mama we made it and we so gone. Big strap, busting out the polo. Mama, why you give me all this mojo? I'm that nigga for life.
Yeah. It's crazy out here, man. Life got short and unpredict, never forget 2020, killer Pam, COVID shit. Lost my nana, my grandma, a couple of friends. I don't think she had it, not sure about them. I'm over it, ready to flip. Fuck this killer, nasty corona bitch. Gotta pursue the timeline, ready for prime time. Quarantine over, then it be my time. I'm still a Mac, I'm better, I'm back. Still on top, never stop, beating up tracks. Stay drip on my shit, cashing them stacks. Word them fakes, me a shake, curving ahead. You know what's coming, they bumming, get out our way. Life too short, abort, don't care what they say. I don't like your energy, like your style. Ducking your calls, I'm going for a while.